first thing I have to ask you, Governor, Shark Week.
A moment of levity was caught on a hot mic right before the big speech. I try to stay a little bit loose, and I made a joke, and unfortunately, someone decided to share that with the world. That's not what was intended.
So are you a fan then of Shark Week? Is that what we can take away from that?
There's a story behind it. I'll share it with you one of these days.
Okay. I want to get to the convention because the stakes, they're not quite what they used to be. You go into these conventions now, you know who the nominee is going to be. So do you think that there are still enough undecideds to sway, or are these conventions for the base only at this point?
No, I think that there are still some undecideds. I think that having someone like John Kasich at the convention last night to say, this is an important moment in our nation's history, and we have to put our nation's present and future above, the usual partisan fallings of our electorate. And I do believe that there are people that are still, trying to figure out what the right thing to do is. And so hopefully throughout this convention week, there will be some agendas that are shared that will resonate, some experiences that might move people, and I think that that's important. So someone like John Kasich, someone like the young woman who talked about her dad who she lost to COVID-19, and then Michelle Obama, her vision and the beautiful way that she articulated the need for empathy in our office holders. It's all I thought was really pretty compelling, and I hope that people are going to tune in tonight and the next 2 nights after that.
You said last night that democracy is a team sport, yet bringing it back here to Michigan, many Republicans in the state say you've gone alone on multiple fronts, including COVID-19 executive orders. So can we expect more bipartisanship in the state and renewed focus on fixing the roads and other critical issues before the election?
I would love that. I would try to get the legislature to embrace a real road fix, and they wouldn't. And so I had to go alone. My first inclination is always to work together. And that's what we were doing with COVID-19. And then when the president set his sights on me, all of the bipartisan support that I had for this state of emergency fell away, and it became partisan. I think it's unfortunate, and I really would like to see us do more of building bridges. I'm looking at the beautiful artwork that a woman from Midland made me, because my inclination is always to pull more people into the conversation, to come up with a solution that transcends party line and that really is focused on Michigan's future. So I would welcome that.
State of the Union rebuttal, primetime convention speech, Veep stakes finalists. So likelihood you'll be joining a Biden administration if he's elected?
I guess they say never, but I can't imagine that there's a cabinet position where I could feel like there was an opportunity to do more than being the governor of Michigan. This is the honor of my lifetime. I've never sought an office that would take me out of Michigan because this is my home and I've got 3 generations of my family here. So I say it's a low likelihood. I know never say never, but I can't imagine anywhere I'd rather be than right here with you as the governor of Michigan.
Anything else that you want to add about the DNC and just about this week as a whole?
Convention weeks this is very different than anything we've ever been through, right? I do hope that people will tune in. I'm going to tune in all this week. I'm going to tune in all next week too, because I do think that this is an important moment in our country. We say every election is the most important election of our lifetimes. This is one of the most important elections in our nation's history, I believe. And so I am hopeful that people engage and that they make their plan to order their absentee ballot on the 20th is when you can go online and do that, and that people vote and get that ballot in soon so that every voice gets counted.